Amazon's Jack Reacher TV show adds several series regulars alongside Alan Ritchson. Amazon's Jack Reacher series has tapped a zombie alum Malcolm Goodwin, Scream star Willa Fitzgerald, and Chris Webster of Most Dangerous Game fame to star alongside Alan Ritchson in the titular role. The new additions will place series regulars on the show, which is set to be based on British author Lee Child's best-selling books. Details of their respective characters have also been revealed, with Goodwin set to star as Chief Detective Oscar Finley, who is described as a Harvard-educated tweed suit-wearing northerner who recently relocated to the small town of Margrave to take a job in the Margrave Police Department. Fitzgerald joins Jack Reacher as Roscoe Conklin, who was born and raised in Margrave and is a smart and proud officer in the Margrave PD. She is resilient and is intimidated by nothing and no one. Finally, Webster will star as KJ, the spoiled son of businessman and town benefactor Kleiner. KJ thinks the town and townspeople, especially Roscoe, belong to him. Alan Ritchson, who steps into the giant shoes of Jack Reacher himself, recently offered some insight into the studio's approach to the series, revealing that they will. I don't know how much I can say. I'll say that we're going to be doing a book a season, so the first season will be the first book. I think that's such a great way to do this, Ritchson said. I can see why it'd be exciting as a film, but the slow burn is what I love so much about the books. The way that he goes down the checklist and picks apart these cases, you need time. It's okay to enjoy that. I think spending a season on each book is going to be really enjoyable for audiences. Amazon's Jack Reacher will be based on the popular book franchise by British author Lee Child, which follows the titular character, a former US Army major, who now lives a nomadic lifestyle, staying off the grid. Reacher roams the United States, taking odd jobs and investigating suspicious and frequently dangerous situations, doling out vigilante justice in his escapades across the United States and Europe. Based on Ritchson's revelation that the first series will adapt the first novel, we can safely assume that Jack Reacher Season 1 will follow 1997's Killing Floor. Introducing readers to Jack Reacher, a man of action, intelligence, and cunning, who is not afraid to take justice into his own hands, the book finds Reacher arrested for murder after recently arriving in the sleepy town of Margrave, Georgia. Reacher is the only stranger in town on the day they have had their first homicide in 30 years. The cops quickly arrest Reacher, and the police chief turns eyewitness to place him at the scene. As Nasty's secrets leak out and the body count mounts, one thing is for sure, they picked the wrong guy to take the fall. Should Amazon's Jack Reacher follow this plot, it sounds like the perfect introduction to the lone wolf hero. Jack Reacher does not yet have an Amazon Prime release date, but with these new casting additions, it seems everything is ticking along nicely. This comes to us courtesy of Deadline. Amazon Prime Video's Jack Reacher TV series has proven to be a gripping adaptation of the beloved Lee Child book series, and the addition of new regular cast members alongside star Alan Ritchson promises to take the show to the next level. With the first season of Reacher based on Killing Floor, the inaugural novel in the series, the gritty action, taut suspense, and larger-than-life characters hooked audiences worldwide. As fans eagerly anticipate Season 2, Amazon has announced several actors joining the cast as regulars, bringing even more intrigue and dynamism to the world of Reacher. For those unfamiliar with the Reacher franchise, Jack Reacher is a former military police officer who roams the United States, living off the grid while stumbling into various conspiracies, mysteries, and small-town injustices. The stories are known for their meticulous plotting, brutal action, and above all, the formidable presence of Reacher himself. Described in the books as a 6'5" mountain of muscle with a fierce intellect, Reacher is the kind of man who intimidates with his physicality and commands with his mind. When Amazon first announced the casting of Alan Ritchson, many were skeptical about how well the actor could embody Reacher. However, Ritchson's performance as the titular character in Season 1 laid those concerns to rest. Ritchson, known for his roles in Titans and The Hunger Games: Catching Fire, brought the right combination of strength, intelligence, and deadpan humor to the role, making Reacher feel real and, importantly, true to the source material. The physicality Ritchson brings to the role is also noteworthy. He fits Reacher's imposing stature, which Tom Cruise, star of the earlier Jack Reacher films, could never fully achieve due to his more compact build. Ritchson's Reacher has presence, and it's a key element that has helped make the series a success. Now, as Reacher expands in its second season, the announcement of new series regulars is exciting news for fans. Let's dive into who will be joining Alan Ritchson in Season 2 and what they may bring to the table. The new faces joining the cast, while specific plot details about Season 2 are being kept under wraps, several actors have been confirmed as series regulars, each likely to play a crucial role in the unfolding narrative. First up is Serena Swan, known for her roles in Inhumans and Coroner. Swan has been cast as Carla Dixon, a character that will likely serve as a new ally or formidable adversary for Reacher. Swan brings a unique energy to her roles, often playing strong-willed women who hold their ground against powerful forces. In Coroner, she portrayed a complex, emotionally driven character, and if she channels even a fraction of that depth into her portrayal of Dixon, she could become a fan favorite. Whether Dixon is an ally to Reacher or a thorn in his side remains to be seen, but Swan's ability to handle both physical and emotional challenges suggests she'll be a force to reckon with. Next is Ferdinand Kingsley, known for his standout performances in Victoria and The Sandman. Kingsley has been cast in the role of A.M., a shadowy character who could either be a mastermind behind some nefarious plot or a government operative tangled in the same mess as Reacher. Kingsley has a knack for playing enigmatic, morally ambiguous characters, and his inclusion suggests that Season 2 will delve into darker, more cerebral territory. Kingsley's range, from chillingly calm to explosively dangerous, makes him a perfect fit for the morally gray world of Reacher. His interactions with Reacher are sure to be a highlight of the new season. Rory Cochrane, a veteran actor known for his roles in Argo and Dazed and Confused, will also be joining the series. Cochrane has been cast as Shane Langston, a tough, no-nonsense ex-cop with a murky past. Langston seems like the kind of character who could either clash with Reacher over their differing methods or form a reluctant partnership in the face of a greater threat. Cochrane's experience playing hardened, world-weary characters will likely make Langston one of the more complex and intriguing figures of the season. Finally, Dominic Lombardozzi, who many will recognize from The Wire and Boardwalk Empire, will play Guy Russo. Lombardozzi has an undeniable intensity to his performances, often portraying characters caught up in moral dilemmas or systemic corruption. Russo could be a local crime boss or a corrupt law enforcement officer, but whatever his role, Lombardozzi's presence ensures that Reacher will have to contend with someone just as ruthless and determined as himself. What to expect from Season 2? While the first season of Reacher stayed mostly true to the Killing Floor novel, Season 2 is expected to adapt the 11th novel in the series, Bad Luck and Trouble. In this book, Reacher is drawn back into his old military unit after one of his former colleagues is brutally murdered. This storyline will undoubtedly involve high-stakes action, covert operations, and plenty of opportunities for Reacher to showcase his tactical prowess and physical dominance. The inclusion of Swan, Kingsley, Cochrane, and Lombardozzi suggests that the stakes will be higher in Season 2, with a broader conspiracy and a larger ensemble of characters for Reacher to interact with, whether as allies or enemies. Season 2 will likely explore more of Reacher's military past, as well as his deep sense of loyalty to those he once served with. This sense of brotherhood, paired with the brutal revenge plot at the heart of Bad Luck and Trouble, makes for an intense narrative that fans of the books and the show alike will appreciate.